This company's never been more profitable.
You mean hugely profitable?
I like it.
DavePorter.com presents The Profitable Cleaner, a podcast on commercial cleaning sales and entrepreneurship. The one podcast that's not afraid to discuss real sales strategies with real cleaning professionals that produce real profits and real results.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Profitable Cleaner. I'm super excited to bring these guests. Like I had told you in earlier podcast, we're gonna do something different. You've been hearing from a lot of commercial cleaning companies, CEOs in the past. I tapped into my network. You've heard one of ours already, one of my brothers, and today I want to welcome you another one of my brothers, true friend, man of God, and amazing content creation guy with a great company called Content Daily, Cody Cottle. Welcome, man.
What's up, guys? It's an honor to be here, Angel. Thanks so much for having me on.
I really appreciate it, man. I've been able to see you, go from nothing and figuring it out to what you built right now, which has impacted thousands of people when it comes down to content. What I guess tell the people a little bit about yourself and a little bit about Content Daily, man, just so they know who's on the other side here.
Yeah, absolutely. And before I do that, guys, I just believe in honor so much. And I just want to honor Angel and just the man that God's called him to be and what he's doing and the way that he's impacting through this podcast. You guys came on this podcast to get some nuggets, but it's so much more than that. You have a man that's searching for excellence every single day, bringing excellence to the table, and through that value is given. So I just want to honor you, man, because you're doing great things with your life. You're doing great things with the companies that you're involved with. It's been really cool to watch your journey as well. Now, for me, guys, my name's Cody Cottle. I'm a 28-year-old entrepreneur. Had a couple businesses, and where God's ultimately led me is to a company called Content Daily. And in Content Daily, we really leverage the power of social media, which is the greatest opportunity in history, in my opinion, to reach and connect with your ideal clients, to grow and scale companies. So that's what I do. I do that in two ways: an educational side of my company, where I run live classes and I teach people A to Z and companies like yourselves how to do that. And the other side is I work with very high-end clients and I do it for them. So that's really what we do at Content Daily. We've had incredible results. And I just believe, guys, that there is such a call right now to use the technology that we have access to. And that people are buying people. They're not buying your product. They're not buying your service. They're buying you. Because ultimately, when we do a transaction, when we invest money, even into a cleaner, there is a trust with that. They have bought into you. They've bought into your brand. They have bought into your company. There's a lot of other competitors in the same space that do what you do. But why did they decide to work with you? That's my specialty, is right there, is as I help get people to buy into you. And just the vehicle is social media because it's the best option on the market right now.
I love that, man. I think a lot of people don't take too much importance into that, right? Let me ask you, when you say buy into you, I've noticed that a lot of the people that you've helped, once they start creating content, it's almost like a different side of them also comes out. It's not just about attracting the right client, but it's almost like becoming the right person. It almost seems therapeutic in a way when I see some of these students that you have go through your program. What kind of impact does creating content, and specifically like personal brand content, have on the person and on the business?
Yeah, dude, I love that question. I don't think anyone's ever asked me that in that way. In marketing, we have a phrase that says, sell people what they want, but give them what they need. And that's what you get in our program. Our Influencer Accelerator program is our flagship product, right? And people want a bigger following, a larger audience. They want to connect with more people. They want more customers. They want more clients. My clients are not just people that want 1 million Instagram followers to look cool. They're running a company and they actually want to sell a product or a service. So they come in inevitably, Angel, to do that. But what they get is incredible. And I will say it's beyond my wildest dreams of what it has become and the impact it's making on the students, because, guys like us might be a little more comfortable on camera, But even then, we had our own process to get to where we're at now, to sound confident, to be comfortable in the way we look and what we talk about. And so a lot of these clients, and it's amazing, most business owners that come through my class are still shy. They're still scared to make video content. They're still scared of looking bad, of people making fun of them, of not knowing what to say, of all these like limiting beliefs. So I think the therapeutic side is taking an individual and helping them break down the barriers, the walls, and the limiting beliefs of that. And it's cool because I believe I'm a strong Christian. I'm a strong believer. I believe that there will never be another Angel Sandoval just like you in the world. They can even have the same name, but they're not you. They don't have the same fingerprint. They don't have the same retina scan. They don't have the same gifts, talents, ideas, dreams, and passions that God put inside of you. That is beautiful. To everyone listening to this, close your eyes for like 3 seconds and just let it sink in that there will never be another person in this world just like you. That is amazing. And social media is so much more than a place to complain and bitch and post photos and look cool or all these things that we think it's meant to be used for. It's an amplification of who you are and what you do and what you stand for and what you believe in and the way that you serve the world. So individuals come into this program, Angel, and they never have done this. And they start sharing parts of themselves that they never shared. The beginning of our program is all mindset. And, they come in and I have to break them down. I have to help them understand, for one, why they should do this in the first place. And then 2, breaking down who they are and sharing that with the world. So I think to answer your question, they come in to grow their business. They leave unlocking the deepest parts of themselves and being comfortable sharing it with the world and realizing the other person on the other side of the screen is just like them. And that person realized that you're just like them. And that there builds this connection through this authenticity and this realness and this vulnerability and also the wisdom that you have and the call that you have on your life that naturally and organically connects you with the person like you know them, even though you've never met them, which makes doing business so much easier.
I love that, man. I love that. And I think, again, I don't think we understand that there's only going to be one of you. I don't know how much it's synced. And I know I struggle sometimes with that, right? You automatically think that there's more of you, but you're right, there isn't. Let me ask you, because I'm going to play, I don't like to say devil's advocate, but I'm going to play the opposite side. Let's say somebody's listening to this and is going, I don't know, man. I don't know if I need social media to bring in business. I don't know if I should work on my personal brand to bring in business. I don't want the business to depend on me, right? Or what if I have nothing to say? What are some key points that you would have somebody work on or things that they can do right now to realize that, like, I guess the importance and that they do have a message? Because I mean, I'm a commercial cleaning CEO, right? Like, what message do I have? That I keep facilities clean?
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Evolve your brand or go extinct. Whether you like social media or not really doesn't matter because the world does. And if you don't start evolving your brand on social media, you will inevitably go extinct eventually. I don't know when, and maybe in your lifetime it doesn't happen. Maybe, you're right. A lot of you have been making money the way you've been doing business for a long time. So this new thing that's come out in the last couple decades, you're like, I'm good. But I bet your business is getting harder. I bet there's competitors that are emerging that are beginning to take clients that you've had contracts with for a long time. And I bet if you look at them, they're beginning to evolve their brand. They're trying different, innovative things that you're not willing to get uncomfortable and do, and therefore their business is growing. I don't know the cleaning business very well, but I know business in general. I know the world in general. I know marketing very well. I know social media. I'm an expert in it. And so I would say to that individual, whether you like it or not is irrelevant. We don't run our businesses depending on how we feel. We run our businesses as owners and CEOs making strategic decisions that ensure the longevity of the company and the growth of the company. That is your job. As a business owner, you signed up to grow a company. Your feelings are irrelevant. Sorry to cut it to you. The business entity is separate from you. And what we have is we have this beautiful thing with personal branding that creates a connection bridge that gets people, because people they don't buy the business brand like people think. Now, there are business brands that are past $5 million that are world renowned. But if you really study it back to when they started, when they got there, there was always a human being and a person that got it to that point. So, Angel, I would say, why not be the person that innovates early and early adopts instead of waiting several decades to when other people have and have forced your hand to do it? If I was in the cleaning business, I would become the cleaning business influencer, or I would have someone on my team that will step into that role and be the face of my company, and I would equip and support them, because the more people that see them and buy into them will do business with your company. And the thing is, you guys don't have to do this, but somebody will.
Agreed.
And they're going to start stealing your business.
Yeah, dude, I agree with that so much. And it doesn't even have to be at a macro. I think a lot of people think when I'm doing social media, can I impact millions across the world? There is such thing, in case you guys didn't know, it's like a micro influencer, someone smaller, someone that is like, I'm inside a niche of a niche in a specific area, right? Because I know a lot of you thinking commercial cleaning, just so you know, Cody, a lot of them are local, regional. There's only a few that are national, right? So it is, you can become, like, if you can become.
Yeah. So, all right. So you live in a city of 75,000 people. It could be smaller, it could be bigger. Let's say there's 10 cleaners that are in the city right now. And let's say that you're one of the older ones, you're well established, you have a good clientele, you have a good book of business, right? And let's say, what's a common type of business that your clients are serving, Angel? Like, what's a business that's like a good contract for them?
A manufacturing plant, property management companies, schools,
Okay.
churches.
Schools, churches. What about like car dealership, like things like anywhere that they're cleaning, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Anywhere with high traffic that needs cleaning. Yeah.
I worked at a dealership years ago, so I'm just going to say, let's say there's a local company that owns multiple car dealerships, right? And you have the contract for 6 car dealerships, and that's a good contract. It's worth a lot of money to you guys. Okay, so let's say a Angel decides to start his own cleaning company. And Angel's new and he doesn't have the relationship equity that you've had with this dealership and stuff like that. Now, you've had it for a long time, and the owner of that dealership's getting older, and their kid is coming up, and they're beginning to step into being groomed to be dealer principal for that business, who will ultimately be the shot caller, and they're GM now, and they're giving them responsibilities. I've seen this happen. It happens. Businesses get handed off. Now, Angel comes into the space, and Angel starts crushing social media content. He's like, I'm brand new, but I have social media, and I'm going to start educating people about who I am, what I do, and giving value and making edutainment content. I'm also going to entertain them a little. I'm going to educate them. I'm going to get them to know me. And he becomes this local micro influencer inside of this city of yours. And that GM of that dealership starts seeing Angel's TikToks, starts seeing Angel's Instagram reels, and starts like, dude, I really like this guy. Like, I like his content, starts relating and resonating with them. Then all of a sudden, jab, right hook, like Gary Vee says, Angel has a video that drops that's straight up going for it. That's going for the kill. That's marketing directly to the local business to hit him up or some type of offer that he makes. And this guy's like, yeah, we've been using the same company, you guys, for quite a while, but I'm kind of curious to see what this Angel guy's about. Angel gets an opportunity to get on a phone call with that person because of the lead that comes in through social media. The guy's been watching his videos for the last 6 months. He's been buying into him. Now, Angel, all he has to do is close the guy on the phone to try something different, to give him a shot. Then Angel's got to go in there, serve with excellence, and boom, he just stole your contract. That is what's going to happen more and more in industries. In SEO, Google, which many of you are using, I'm sure, TikTok is the new SEO. Do you want to know the prediction for social media? People are beginning to say TikTok it instead of Google it, because Google's so oversaturated with paid ads that it's not even authentic and accurate anymore because it's been around for so long. My girlfriend, when we go on dates, she finds all of our restaurant, all of our date ideas on TikTok. She can look up any area, any hashtag, any keyword, and she can find out a video that is authentic and genuine, made by a person, not a paid ad, and give us the source of information that we need. If you want to optimize and be the best and ahead of your competition, you guys are in a micro niche. Like cleaning is a very small niche. Not many people are using those keywords on TikTok. I would be dominating the SEO early on in that and becoming, anytime someone searches something around that it's you that pops up first on that page. So that's a real life example of how the business will grow for the person that's willing to get on social media. So you have to understand the market's changing, guys. There was one time you ran radio ads, you ran TV ads, you ran YouTube ads. This is just the new form of marketing. And in 50 years, it's going to look different than this. But you have to stay evolving your brand or you'll go extinct.
I think you made a good point. I love that you said that. So, and the buyer's age, right? Like, who is the new buyer? Who is the new seller? Like, what is that relationship? I was just talking to someone about that. I was like, now, even if you have LinkedIn, TikTok, like, you're right. My fiance finds everything on TikTok. She's like, oh, I just found this about this place we shouldn't go. I just found this about this, and it's all on TikTok. I've also found a lot of useful information. So, like, but I like what you said. The older decision maker is officially, there's like that little curve, I guess. Like, they're getting out, the new ones are coming in. The question is, who has that real estate inside of their mind, right? Is it your company that all they do is put PDFs out, or is it your company that you as a CEO can relate with that CEO and they're seeing your content and engaging with you and then being able to trust you before they even jump on a call? But property managers are getting younger, facility managers are getting younger, uh, the janitors, like, they're eventually gonna move out. Like, they're getting younger. I think that's like one of the biggest things that people don't understand. They're like, oh, I've been in the business for 40 years. Yeah, a lot of people that have been in the business are no longer in the business, right? So, like, who is that new decision maker? I love that you said
Every
that.
one of your listeners right now in the back of their mind says, yeah, I know that we need to get on social media or we need to get on it more. Every one of you listening to this right now, that thought has gone through your mind at least once.
The question is
The
what?
question is,
So
why are you waiting?
well, my question is, all right, Cody, you got me. You got me. Content Daily's got me. I know I need to do social media, but I don't have a studio. I don't even think I have the time. What the hell do I even start? Give us like a few pointers so that they can make no excuse and rather step in and do it once they leave this podcast episode.
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked that because that's all limiting beliefs and excuses. Cell phones nowadays shoot in 4K. They record and they upload
Crazy.
to the internet. All you need is a company cell phone or your cell phone. That's it. You don't need anything else besides the phone that you already own and already run your life off of. So the excuse of studio, lighting, microphones, cameras is all BS. It's all limiting beliefs. In fact, I own thousands upon thousands of dollars equipment. I have a studio with over $300,000 worth of equipment. Escondido, I can use at any time. And 90% of my content shot off my iPhone. Why? Because it's simple and it's easier. So, okay, so that's the first thing.
Phone, but I don't know what to say, man. Like, what if people don't listen? Like,
yeah. Well, first of all, go through the Influencer Accelerator program. That's what we teach you guys in 8 weeks, A to Z, and we develop SOPs and we provide SOPs for you and the business owner. Ultimately, every company should have a standard operating procedure for social media. My vision and goal is to infiltrate every single industry and to make it standard to have somebody on payroll that's job is to do social media for your company. You don't even need to hire an advanced marketer or videographer. You need to look at your current staff and say, do any of them have capacity to take this on? Or can I hire a young person local in my community that already uses these platforms and is good at it and provide them with a standard operating procedure to come in a couple days a week to shoot video, to do the editing, and to post it for my company? So, Angel, what we do with business owners like this is we develop SOPs. We train the person up in the company, and then that person is running the social media and doing all of that. So I don't know if that answers your question.
No, so like a lot of yes and no. So yes, because they should be looking at someone inside of their staff to do it permanently. I agree. And they should have a procedure. Here's what a lot of commercial cleaning companies do. They grab a graphic about why cleaning, they grab a graphic about why they're the best in cleaning. They post that graphic with a caption and they just their social media manager, basically what they do, and I say air quotes for social media manager because it's literally that. It's not content creation. It's not. It's just a graphic. Post it, schedule it, move it. If I wanted to move into the big boy playing, which is what you're saying, right? Like there's a few commercial cleaning companies that I've seen that they'll post a picture of the guy going, like the president handshaking a deal, the president visiting a community, the workers like with a thumbs up inside of the job. Like those are the really cool ones. Not a lot of them do video. The ones that do, it hits. If I want to transition from just a graphic and a post to like actually building a company brand and a personal brand, what? And I have my phone now because that's what you told me all I need. Well, what do I say? Like what the hell? Like how do I? People don't even want to listen to me. I know what I've thought about before, so I know this is what they're thinking.
Yeah, no, it's
What
so
do I
good.
say?
The graphics that they're posting are probably getting 2-3 likes. It doesn't work
Yeah.
anymore. Guys, I did social media management for over 100 companies. Doing that, posting graphics, done it all, been through it, tried it, failed at it, done it, like everything. It used to work. 5 years ago, posting a graphic every day, still got your company traction. Today, it's all
Agreed.
no one's buying from you because of those posts. You're ultimately just throwing money down the drain. So, okay, what do? You make video. If I was the CEO of a cleaning business, I would make and you guys can write this down, Instagram reel, and I'd post it at 9 a.m. every day. I would take the same Instagram reel and I would post it on TikTok after 4 p.m. and I would remove the watermarks, and you can Google how to do that. If you really want to crank it up, I would do a minimum of 2 a day. And if you want to absolutely crush and dominate it in your industry, I'm going to overwhelm you with this. I would post 4 a day. That is the way to do it. So I don't know what to talk about. Every single day you have content. You know what I mean? Do you guys go above and beyond for your clients? Show us what you do? I mean, cleaning is interesting because a lot of people like watching the videos of the process of cleaning. I mean, you could set up a tripod with a phone and do a time lapse of you cleaning a building. You could throw some trending sound on it. You could throw some words over it. You could educate us. You could entertain us. You could literally have a face to camera of you, the president, of going down to meet with so-and-so today. We love serving our community, talking about what you're doing. Like every time you say you don't know what to say, it's a limiting belief and an excuse. Pull out your phone, open the notes section, and start jotting down things and coming up with ideas and brainstorming it. And that is one of the biggest things I realized too, Angel, is I don't know what to talk about. I mean, at one time you didn't know how to ride a bike. Doesn't mean you can't ride a bike now.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? So it's like you have to learn. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to go through the process to do this. But saying you don't have anything to say or content to make about is the biggest excuse ever. And your content doesn't. I wouldn't even make my content all the time about cleaning. Well, what do you mean, Cody? I'm just trying to promote my cleaning business. Yeah, nobody freaking cares about cleaning. But get them to like you. Get them to trust you. And then through that, you can drop in those little nuggets. And they're like, you know what? I really like Angel. Like, I love the content he puts out. He owns a cleaning business. I have a business. The business needs to get cleaned. If I'm going to hire anybody, I might as well hire the guy whose videos I enjoy watching.
Exactly. And then you got to think, like, you guys have operations, right? You have your employees. Highlight the hell out of your employees. To run a cleaning business, the operations, there's a lot of before and afters. There's employee like retention, right? There's sales, there's huge facilities. There's a lot. There's branded cars, by the way. Like all of them have wrapped cars, right? A lot of the times the vehicles, you could do so much with that. You as a leader, what you build, like I think, and then a lot of them are husband and wife beginning this business together and growing it. So there's a lot of content there for you not to do it. Here, the cool part is, like you said, this is the best type of SEO, and I do agree. A lot of people have found us through our videos more than we have a website, we have all this, which is cool, but it doesn't get any attention. It doesn't get much attention because.
Yeah, and I didn't say this. One of the things sorry to cut you off, Angel, we teach in the class is called content pillars. And this is probably good to give to your audience. You develop 3 to 5 content pillars that you're always going to make your content around. And one of, specifically could be cleaning, right? In the SEO field, if I was in your business, I would dominate. There's a business called or a website called Answer the Public, I think it is. And that is a website. Let me double check that.
Yeah.
You can look up the keywords. Is that the right one, Angel?
Yes.
Yeah. So use Answer the Public, and you can see what everybody's Googling around your business. So I would type in like commercial cleaner, and I would look at all of the keywords of what people are searching. And then I would go recreate videos using all of those keywords to dominate in the how-to space as well, and teaching people about what you guys do. And then I would also have content pillars that are a little more light, that are a little more entertaining and fun. And I would just develop these different pillars for my business that you know what you're going to make content about.
I love that. I'll give a shameless plug. By the way, I love that. That's a really practical way. So use your phone, pick up the phone, do the before and afters, which you already do. Like jot down ideas, like Cody said. A third one is if you want to master SEO, answer the public, get the questions, create the content around the questions, and there you go. And it will help if people do search commercial cleaning in your area and you do own the SEO. Your TikToks will come up, your Instagram will come out, your LinkedIn will come out, your website, and you want to try to own as much as you can in the first page, which does make a huge difference. We have a commercial cleaner that actually has a video, and they do TikTok a lot, and they're like 1 in a million, right? That do it. There's not a lot. Sorry, one in a few, not even a million. He even has a weekend one. So like whenever it's Friday, they did the song like it's Friday, and then they had like all the team popping out and working, and he always sends that whenever he says like have a good weekend, here's a quick video, and he always sends that in his emails too, which then ends up getting on views. So there's no limit to creativity here. So now that they know how to do that, man, answer the public, get the phone, do all that. What is they're probably thinking, oh God, they're gonna do it, they're gonna set it up, and then before they click record, they're gonna lose it. They're gonna get stressed about it. What are some mindset shifts that you can make if you're listening to this so that you can just stop making excuses and just do it?
Done is better than perfect. While you're overthinking the perfection of the video, somebody has already recorded and posted one. And I have worked with so many business owners that are perfectionists or afraid of what other people think. And here's the reality. The video has a 24 to 48 hour shelf life. After 2 days, nobody's really watching that video. That's why the quantity and consistency of uploading videos is everything. Unless it goes viral, which some of your videos will go viral, it'll hang around longer and it might resurface later. But that's not going to be every video. So done is better than perfect. You're learning a new app. You're learning a new skill. You're getting uncomfortable. You're not going to be a professional TikToker on day one. But the fact that you even did it and recorded and posted it, you should be proud of yourself. That's the steps that's going to get you where you want to go. I look back at my videos from years ago and I cringe. But you know what? I was making them when nobody else was. People were buying into Cody. I was doing hella sales in my businesses. So I would say that's the big thing I tell people is better done than perfect. And there's a short shelf life on it. Stop worrying. YouTube videos stay around a little longer, but short form's going to be much short notice. And then, I will shameless plug myself and companies like mine. If you want to cut the learning curve, pay to play, learn, pay somebody that's really good at this to teach you or to do it for you. And that's what I tell all my clients. If you're a busy entrepreneur, you can't wear every hat. So cut the learning curve. That's my greatest advice I could give, or do it on your own and take the time to learn.
Agreed. I don't think you lose either or, right? Like I'm a huge believer in both. One, integrate. There's certain parts of your business you gotta become an expert on. There's certain parts in your business that you're like, no, just lower the learning curve, get somebody to do it, and or learn as you pay somebody to do it. I do agree with that 1,000%. So I know we're coming into the time here, and I think, believe it or not, I actually think that this has been a lot of, even though it's not like a 2-hour podcast, I'm more of a practical man. I think people are gonna listen to this and they're gonna go, okay, point A, point B, point C, do it, get it done, cool. And we'll make sure we link everything from Content Daily here in the show notes. two questions. I always have one question at the end that I leave, but I have one before I get to that. I guess I want people to understand, if you're scared to do video, if you're scared to create content, if you're scared what people think, that's exactly why you should pick up the phone right now and record it. Again, it is a self-healing thing, man. When you realize that you can create content, post it, and whether people like it or not, you can still value yourself and what you did. Let me ask you, is I guess why do people not want to do video? Like, why are they so scared? Is my biggest question. Do you see that a lot of people don't see themselves valuable, like to think that they need to build a personal brand?
I mean, the truth is, it's insecurity. We all have insecurity. I have it, you have it, everyone listening to this has it in certain forms. And there's a level of insecurity of, what if I put myself out to people and I'm not accepted? I'm not validated. And I think that's really the root. If I really rooted it down, and I've done this with many people, it is a level of insecurity in themselves to put themselves out like that. And granted, there is different personality types, but I've seen the most introverted people make the best videos and relate the most with people. And they actually talk about the uncomfortableness to it. And the person on the other side of the camera is like, wow, like, I'm just like you. I connect with you. But yeah, I'd say get out of your freaking head. You didn't build the business that you have by not getting uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Try new things. Make some videos. Play with it. And understand that what you're feeling is normal. Every person goes through it. It's the level of insecurity. On the other side of your fears is everything that you want in life. And you have an opportunity right now, guys, to evolve your brand online beyond what you've done traditionally. And I would just look at this as a great opportunity, not as I have to do social media now, but more as I get to do social media. And I don't have to spend the thousands of dollars in ad spend, and I can connect with people and grow and scale my business. Another thing is, we didn't talk a lot about this, but the value of a personal brand. Many of you as CEOs have done some pretty amazing things and grown and scale your company. I am a firm believer that you should be building the personal brand around you as well and getting people to know you. That opens so many doors for your life. When you have a strong, credible personal brand and people know who you are and they buy into who you are, you might own a commercial cleaning business that does a few $1 million a year, but you've built this personal brand that's so much more than that. If you ever want to speak on stages, you ever want to write books, you ever want to be on podcasts like this, it's going to open all of the doors for that. If you ever want to go into a new industry, you're going to be able to kick the door down because you have built that credibility around yourself. And we see people we follow all the time kicking doors down into new industries that nobody ever thought they could step into. But they're like, dude, like, I got a strong brand. I'm going for it. And they do it and they crush it. I want to say one tactical thing too. We focus on the core four, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. So if listeners are wondering, what do we get on? I would focus on those four. The primary being Instagram and TikTok right now. Those are the two that we're reaching the most people. YouTube for your industry could be really well for SEO too, and playing the long game and making some longer form content, then chopping it up. Yeah. And then Facebook's still the OG platform. It still has the most users and you can still get a ton of leads through it. So I wouldn't discredit, posting on Facebook as well.
Yeah, we do that, man. People think we own I'll leave it. Here's how you prove the point to Cody Cottle. People think we own a commercial cleaning company. We don't. They always get so surprised when they're like, wait, you guys are not a commercial cleaning CEO? We're like, no, man. But we know how to get attention and we know how to connect people, right? Like, and pique enough curiosity for people to reach out to us, learn about us. And that's why we're going to put a mastermind together where it's just going to be, again, with the commercial clean companies that have committed right now, it's going to be over 100 million plus of just revenue altogether in there at a minimum. It's going to be crazy. But I'm not an expert in cleaning. We know how to get attention. Let me ask you, I always ask one final question, and it's always, if you could be remembered on this podcast by one thing, what would that be? But I'm going to have you choose. It could either be that question, or you can close our podcast out with a prayer. If you had to choose, which would it be?
Can I do both?
Yeah, go for it. Right answer. That's the right answer. Take it. Go for it. So
Yeah.
if you
Well,
could
you
be
know, at the end
remembered
of the
one
day,
thing, what
guys,
would
I
that
could have
be?
talked about a million things. Yeah, I mean, for your podcast, I want to be known as the guy that you listen to that changed your marketing forever. The guy that encouraged you and motivated you and gave you some tactical knowledge to get your business on social media. And I want you to email me and say, dude, thankful to that podcast you did on Profitable Cleaner that I listened to a year ago. Our business has grown by 30% this year because we're posting TikToks. That's what
Boom.
I want to be known for.
I love that.
Yeah.
I
And then
love that.
we'll pray it out.
And by the way, guys, I love hearing Cody pray. And if you haven't noticed in our recent episodes, um, Day Porter and the Profitable Cleaner is faith based, and so everything that we've done recently has been a lot of people strong in their faith. Even our mastermind, the Cleaning Prophets, where we're using Proverbs 13:20, right, where you walk with the wise, you become wise, and so this is just one of the people that I decide to walk with a wise man here. So Cody, close out this podcast episode with an amazing prayer, brother.
Let's do it. Father God, we thank you that we get to step into business because you have given us gifts and talents and ideas and dreams and passions, and that you've given those to us to steward and to let flow out of us, God. And I just pray over every single person right now listening to this podcast that there are things being unlocked inside of them, that this podcast is so much more than me talking about social media or posting some videos, but it's literally you unlocking and amplifying the call that you have on these individuals' lives. See, we are called when God created Adam, the first thing that he did is he told him to name the animals. He gave them a purpose. And as human beings, we are wired by God to have a job, to have a career, to have a purpose. And through that, we experience fulfillment. So, Father, I just pray over every single person listening to this that maybe they feel a little empty right now. I pray that you're filling them up. Holy Spirit, enter them. Make them feel fulfilled and realizing the calling that they have in their life, that there's so much more than a commercial cleaning company, that they are created in your likeness, in your image, and the way that you look at them and the gifts that you put in them and how they're letting those gifts flow out of them into the business that they've created. I pray that every single person on this podcast realize that every opportunity that they have to speak to a new client is an opportunity for iron to sharpen iron. And I just pray over Angel. And I pray over the mastermind that they have, the event that they have coming up in this podcast, that they're breaking doors down. They're stepping into this industry and doing what nobody has ever done so they can create results that nobody has ever got. And I just ask for favor, God, and blessing over Angel and just the call that you have on his life and on James and what they're doing. I pray that their event it's just literally like it's a disruptor to this industry that nobody's ever seen something like it. You know, we say that they're going to come to get what they want, but they're going to deliver what they really need. And I just pray in general for our world and for the marketplace and for business that you are raising up territory takers, that you are raising up leaders that are stepping in and drawing closer to you. In Matthew 6:33, it says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added unto you. And I just pray that these individuals, that these leaders that you have called forth are seeking you first. And through that, they're occupying territory. They're taking territory from the enemy. Financial blessing is coming upon them. There's scripture in the Bible that talks about this man, and they found this treasure in the field, him and his wife, and they went and sold everything they owned and they bought the field. And then when they had the treasure, they would bring it out in their home and they would show it to others. And every single one of you have a call in your life to do that, to go make financial success, to dominate in your arena, to dominate in your territory, and to come take out the treasures that God has given you and to bring it and to disciple other people and to lead them to you. So God, we just thank you for the call that we have on your life, that our lives, the ability to just step in to the marketplace, to dominate and to create and to let our gifts be used for good on this earth. And I just seal this podcast in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen. What a way to close out a podcast. Man, Cody, thank you so much for being here today, man. Appreciate you,
It's
brother.
an honor,
Thank you
man. Thank
so
you guys
much,
so
man.
much for the opportunity.